When I was a kid, I'd sometimes slice bounty boards and put bounties on slavers. I felt bad for not paying out, but slavers are jerks.
You're getting off this island.
Oh, wow, thank you. We'll hide out in one of them shipping... Thanks. You're all right.
The nightmare's finally over.
Scared of you?
Jakaro, I have a pickup for you.
2D4 here. We have your coordinates and are on our way.
Been mining exonium for the blades every day for 2 years. All to pay off a lousy $3 grand I owed. And I ain't the only one.
Your debt's the least of the Nova Blade's worries right now.
I believe it. Even in this place, we hear stuff. About your gang, the way you're making life ugly for the Blades. We want to be a part of that.
You want to work for me?
Hey, we're good at a whole lot of stuff. Tell you what, get in touch with a pal of mine in Raiders Cove. Harlow Ricks. Check in with Ricks from time to time, tell him what you want us to do, and we'll do it. Simple as that. You get nice and close to the Guk. You give him one from me, alright?
okay?
I'd say the Nova Blades are properly... You?
That would be an understatement. Theron's been... You've caused quite a stir.
Want some gratification? Here, check this out. Just recorded.
They're blasting on my supplies, my foot soldiers, taking my workers. What are you people prepared to do about it?
This appears to be your problem, not ours.
How would you like it if I made it your personal problem? Give me Revan. I want to talk to Revan.
I don't think so.
You don't put Revan on. The Nova Blades stop rerouting galactic traffic. That ain't negotiable.
Revan.
Commodore Margok, are you going to alter the terms of our deal? I paid you to do a job and you've done it well. But that's over now. I no longer have any use for your Nova Blades.
I ain't no torturing Mandalorian clan up and left us. The Blades still got a lot to offer.
Not if you don't have your own house in order. Put an end to the upstart causing you trouble, and I'll consider resuming our alliance.
You really did it. You got them running scared.
Margok said something about Mandalorians. Sure hope I'm not gonna have to face my own.
We don't know much about that yet. Let's take things one step at a time.
The Nova Blades still have an impressive number of hardened criminals at their disposal, and the aggressor is still heavily fortified.
The aggressor's their headquarters. You've seen it. A crashed ship Margok turned into a fortress. Can't get in without the proper security codes.
That won't be a problem for me.
We'll get Jakaro to lend a hand all the same.
Else the activity will keep him picking apart D4 any further.
to be more careful.
It's away! It's away! Fire, Shikaro!
Aaron?
Finally in. Nice work. Now to see where Magog's hiding all his secrets.
You good pirate scum.
Funny. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, go ahead and laugh it up. Won't be laughing long. My forebears founded Raiders Cove. It's my island, and I'm not giving up. So come on in, do your worst. In the end, you ain't coming out alive.
They've got live slicers and they're managing network security on the fly. I can't do anything until they're offline.
I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will.
Access to the place. See what you can do about opening a line for me to slice in remotely.
Catch this! Security measures are down. Trouble is, so's the network. Margok must have shut it down manually.
This is my ship. You could just walk on in and be left alive? My ship! Run away while you still can!
Theron, are you getting this?
Loud and clear. I'm in middle access.
This is the sort of momentum we could never create on our own. We need to maintain that momentum. Surely if the Revenites are done with Nova Blades, as Revan indicated, on to the next stage of their plan.
It's hardly the first Force user I've had to take down. It won't be a problem.
It's not just Revan here. All co-conspirators. We don't know how many in the Republic and Empire are pulling strings for him.
While Theron's pulling down data, I suggest you start to make your way back to Ritter's Cove. Hopefully he'll have found something of use by then.
You alright?
What have we learned from the aggressor?
Very little, I'm afraid. It would appear someone took it upon themselves to corrupt much of the data as a last resort.
It's a real mess, getting fragments but nothing incredibly coherent. But one thing that does keep turning up is the Mandalorian Margok brought up earlier, the one they call Torch.
What about her?
Well, it looks like Torch and Margok were thick as thieves for a while, then something happened. Had to do with the Revenites. Don't really know the details, but it looks like Torch moved her whole clan to another island here on Rishi. I've got the coordinates.
Jakaro, ready your ship. I'll go see what this Torch has to say for herself.
I'm sending Jakaro out on a scouting run. I've made local arrangements for your transportation should he not return in time.
Wow. You've been busier than I thought.
Get whatever information you can from the Mandalorians. With any luck, they'll lead us to the Revenites.
Hello? Hello? Are you the Grand Champion?
Who is this?
I'm Thera Markin, Krista's daughter. She was your handler, right? I heard you were on Rishi. I want to meet with you. Krista's dad.
Name a time and place. I'll be there.
I've got a room at the cantina. I'll be drinking. Brief slicer if you want to check my story. Just come soon as you can.
You alright? Thanks for doing this. Krista was crazy, but I kinda liked her. If something's happened.
Thera Markin?
Stars, you're like a walking... Does anything you're wearing not kill people?
You said Krista was dead.
My mom. Yeah. She talked about both of you. She hunted for years, wanted me to take up the business, but coaching you was her biggest win. She got a rep for it. You made her respect it again. She liked that.
We weren't friends, but Krista gave me a fair shot. Tell me what happened to her.
I run a small shipping concern. Direct-to-customer regulated goods.
Smuggling.
Right. Krista got killed protecting my business from the Canowin Syndicate. Thugs dealing in weapons and spice. Canowins have been after me for months. They want my roots, my customers. Krista's rep, your rep, made them keep their distance.
What sort of chatter is there about this syndicate?
I know it's pretty small. Just a few dozen men, but with serious credentials. They skinned an exchange boss who wouldn't join.
A few weeks back, they started harassing me again. Krista showed up. I might have mentioned your name, too. The Canowins said they wouldn't fall for it this time. They said Mom was washed up. They said you're Imperial now. You don't do underworld jobs.
They didn't say that. That's not okay.
Everyone says it. That you escaped the life to become, I don't know, Dark Council enforcers. They killed Mom, but I still have money. I'm putting money on the Canowins. I want their bosses in a bloody heap.
If you're telling the truth, then I have a message to send. I'll take the job.
I wouldn't lie. You terrify me. Finding the Canowins won't be hard. Start at the bottom, work your way to the leaders. Avax, Crone, and Sted. Avax used to be an assassin for the Shevin conglomerate. Brutal, kind of a sadist. Crone's her brother, former slaver, loves his guns.
Bastard?
Worked for the cartel until McKeb happened. Hit a colony ship once, spaced 500 people on board. Watch out for him.
I'll hit those three after the rank and file. Where do I look?
I've got a list of their hangouts. I'll stay in touch over comm if you want. I want you to know, Krista would too.
into it.
Then start running! I think they get the point. Where do I find the leaders?
They all own property nearby. I'd say go and knock. Tell him Krista says hi. Be careful, though. These guys are violent, but they're not stupid.
Okay?
The Great Hunt Champion. Krista's old friend. Shouldn't you be bodyguarding a moth?
Business here. We don't even operate in deep space. What's the problem?
I know who you are. Guess we underestimated you. You'll still die today.
The job is done. I'll be back soon.
all right?
You did it. You're sure you did it? Dastard wears armor.
Trust us, armor melts.
The Canowin Syndicate is finished. Its leaders are dead.
Thank you. Really, thank you. I don't like having people killed. But we had to. Not just for business, but for my mom. She'd be glad it was you.
Spread the word. I don't like having my rep questioned, and the Syndicate won't be talking.
Rishi's isolated, but people will hear. Don't worry. I've got your money, as promised. Everything I have without selling what's left of the business. Can I ask you something, though? I know you're not like a citizen, but you must have opinions about working in the Empire.
You don't last as a bounty hunter by judging your clients. I stick by that. Mostly.
It's complicated, but if we weren't doing the work, someone else would. And at least we're professionals.
Of course. I'm not questioning your decisions. So, just a thought. You must be big enough to have some authority there. Priority access, clearance codes, that sort of thing.
What are you suggesting?
Now that my business is safe, I want to expand. You could get me access to Dromund Kaas. I could sell contraband to a whole new market. We'd both profit.
No spice, no slaves. Otherwise, we have a deal.
You're asking me to work with one hand tied behind my back.
If you don't like it, you can walk away.
No, I can make it work.
If we have to betray our client's trust, I suppose it could be worse.
Some people might say you were getting soft, if they knew. But they won't. Thank you again. For Krista, not just business.
Come on, Mako. We've got jobs waiting.
I've got good suppliers. Only the best sold here. Feel free to browse.
It's still here. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever see it on console.
Okay.
Approaching Torch's Island. Put my mind to it.
Ooh, I have to take out my own people. That sucks.
made it inside. Huh. Don't know what you're doing in our compound. But since you're here, let's see what you're made of.
I'm scared of you.
We'll go through this one first. Oh, I think this is the Rancor.
Well, look at you. Might actually be a challenge. Not bad, but not done either. Done pretty well for yourselves. But you're in the arena now. Meet Joss and Volk. Husband and wife, tough as Durasteel, undefeated, and still eager to prove themselves.
I will destroy you!
I'm not scared of you.
My husband, the pushover. When do you finally destroy them, huh? This is how it's done, Joss!
Fuck! Like watching dust gather. Think Joe always fight better, Redor? Let him have it!
Together we can't lose!
Let him have it!
Joss, you're doing it wrong!
Keep up, Volk!
Hit him!
To hand it to you. That was something. Think it's time we met.
Aw, you shouldn't have. Aw, you shouldn't have.
Shay Visla. That little nickname the locals came up with. Hell if I know why.
You recently had a falling out with the Revenites and the Nova Blades. One Mandalorian to another. Think you could help me out?
What? You think I didn't recognize Mandalore's favorite champion? I might be off the grid these days, but I'm not thick. Instead of whatever grand gesture of cooperation you thought might happen here, why don't we try something a little different? Been a while since I had a decent challenge. I'm taking this opportunity to show my clan how it's done.
Here we go! Yes! Dirty! Dirty! I thought you could fight. Drolsha, try harder! Playtime's over. Draw! I'm taking you down. Lets you win. Not bad. Son of a...
Okay, so I'm a little rustier than I'd like to admit. But just a little. Felt good to be in a real scrap for once.
I'm impressed.
Flattery, huh? Oh, what the hell, I'll take it. So, you know the Blades went and partnered up with the Revenites. Means you know they're up to no good. We helped out the Blades to have a good relationship with Raiders Cove. We didn't sign up for the Revenites in their all-out war, so we bailed.
Tell me where the Revenites are, and what I'm up against.
Afraid I don't have the where to give you, but I can clue you in on the what. A whole fleet of ships they've got parked somewhere around here. I wouldn't mind it a bit if you chased the Revenites out of Rishi. Off the radar is just how we like it here. Retour Shami Mendo. It was an honor to spar with you. Jesus Mandade! Who's up for a Skarkla hunt?
Oh.
understand your frustration, Jakaro, but there's only so much of your buster I'm prepared to take.
What's going on?
Theron's been captured by the Revenites. Data from the Nova Blades hinted at the location of a Revenite safe house in Raiders Cove. We looked into it and were ambushed.